Our top story tonight on Gravitas focuses on IDF strikes that have reportedly killed at least 83 people in Lebanon ever since the ceasefire came into effect. In the latest, in fact, the IDF has unleashed a series of airstrikes on Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, raising serious questions about Israel's commitment to ending hostilities and its refusal to abide by the previous withdrawal deadlines. A clear signal, in a way, that the war is really not over. Let's just break it all down for you. Earlier today, the Israeli military carried out multiple strikes in eastern Lebanon, reportedly targeting Hezbollah positions near the Syrian border. According to the IDF, these attacks hit underground facilities used to manufacture weapons and smuggling routes allegedly supplying arms to Hezbollah. Now, this move follows Israel's repeated refusal to pull back its troops from Lebanon. Under a ceasefire agreement that was brokered, Israel was supposed to withdraw its forces by January 26. Israel pushed the date back to February 18. Israel argues that the Lebanese army has failed to meet its end of the deal, an accusation that has only fueled further tensions. According to reports in Israeli media, the ceasefire agreement forbids Hezbollah from operating south of the Litani River, some 30 kilometers from Israel, and allows Israel to respond to imminent threats. Meanwhile, the death toll in Lebanon is rising rapidly. In just 2 months, at least 83 Lebanese have reportedly been killed by Israeli strikes. And that number, by the way, does not reportedly include the hundreds more who have been injured, many of them displaced residents trying to return to their homes. Just this past week, Israeli forces reportedly killed at least 24 people in southern Lebanon as they attempted to go back to their villages. And Israeli airstrikes are not stopping. According to Lebanese media, the IDF has repeatedly violated the ceasefire agreement this week, launching attacks on Lebanese border towns like Tebe and Kafar Killa. While an IDF strike on Tuesday hit Nabati al-Foka, where 20 people have reportedly been injured in an attack on a pickup truck. In fact, the second strike, according to reports, hit the Farah City Amusement Park, located along a nearby road, injuring 4 people. An IDF drone attack in southern Lebanon village of Majdal Selem left at least 5 people injured, sending another reminder that the war is far from over. So, what does all of this really mean? Israel's war has not ended, it's perhaps evolving. Despite ceasefire agreements, the violence persists with rising casualties, missed deadlines, and relentless attacks. This conflict is clearly showing no signs of slowing down. The question is, will Israel withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon in 3 weeks? Meanwhile, the U.S. is carrying out its own deadly operations in the region. On Thursday, an American airstrike in northwest Syria killed a senior operative linked to the Al-Qaeda affiliated group Horas al-Din. According to the U.S. Central Command, this was part of Washington's ongoing drone warfare campaign in West Asia. Reportedly, Hamas is handing out gift bags to Israeli hostages before releasing them. And what was inside them? Reportedly, photos of their time in captivity, maps of Gaza, and certificates labeled with their release decision. Just have a look at these visuals. 20-year-old Israeli hostage and soldier Agam Berger is being escorted to the stage by Hamas fighters and holding a framed certificate. In the background are damaged buildings with giant Palestinian flags, decorations, onlookers, a convoy of the Red Cross. Now, these certificates have reportedly sparked outrage in Israel. Israeli media, in fact, is calling it a cruel psychological game. On Thursday, Hamas freed 3 Israeli and 5 Thai hostages in Gaza, while Israel released 110 Palestinian prisoners after delaying the process in anger at the swarming crowds at one of the hostage handover points. Hours later, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, quote-unquote, said, whoever dares to harm hostages will pay the price. Listen in.
Agam, Arbel, Gadi.
We made it clear to the mediators that we do not intend to accept any risk to our hostages. And I'll add, whoever dares to harm our hostages will pay the price.
Hamas, meanwhile, has said it will release 3 Israeli hostages tomorrow under the ceasefire deal with Israel. With outrage over the certificates we just told you about and Netanyahu's warning, the developments carry far-reaching implications.